Hey, Mike Hilly here, and I've got an incredible video for you that I'm going to go through some crazy marketing stuff for you. Been a while since I made one like this, but I've been having a lot of fun getting my nerd on. And this is insane what you can do with today's technology and AI. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I've quickly created some massive content, including books, transcriptions for videos, things like that. I'm going to go give you a quick step by step process that you can follow along. Okay, so first off, I want to take you to Amazon. Okay, because the one thing I learned a long time ago is you got to learn how to make data driven decisions when you're doing business and doing marketing. If you really can't track it, you can't scale it, you can't quantify it, you can't even figure out if you're delivering good results. Okay, so what is a very important that you have to understand is when you're looking at like the top selling books or marketing, and let's say you want to get into one of these spaces or these niches, wouldn't it be amazing to know every bit about what made these sellers successful? Things like their demographics, psychographics, interests, pain points, all that stuff. All the stuff you normally learn in marketing. Okay. Now, what I'm going to show you is what I did was I picked up some software called KD Spy. KD Spy. Let me type that in here real quick. Otherwise, I got it on the other one, I think. Anyhow, I'll just pull it up. KD Spy. Now, KD Spy is basically the coolest plugin that you can put directly on Chrome, Firefox. I think you do it on Safari and elsewhere. That gives you the data of all the books. I'm going to show you how it works. Okay, so if I go back over to where I was at with the bestsellers, right? So let's say I got all these in here. What I do is you get this plug-in, and you can kind of see it up here in the top right corner. There it is. And so all these books on this page specifically, this is like the top 100. This page has, let's look here, we've got probably I think top 50 on this one. And I click on this button right here, and this pop-up is going to analyze all of these books, put them in the order they are at. Look at this. Starting with the number one, it's going to show me the length of pages, each book's price, estimated monthly sales, monthly revenue, reviews, etc. How insane is that? Now, watch this. There's also a little tab here, which is one of my favorites, called Insights. And when you click on Insights, what it does is it now will give you the market intelligence reports, demographic and psychographics trends, market problems and questions. Okay, so first thing I do when I'm trying to figure out if what I want to market makes sense, and I got to make sure that I get there correctly, I can copy the AI chatbot, the prompt for Chat GPT. Okay, so watch this. So I'm gonna go over, and I already did it earlier today. That's not it. It's actually target reader analysis. So what I did was with the target reader analysis is what it's called. This is what comes up that prompt I just copied goes into ChatGPT. So I just paste this. It says you're to act as a qualitative data analyst and use research on deep insights into target readers about the topic and the book title. Now, what just happened is I'll scroll down here. It pulled every one of the titles that I was trying to identify. These are different actually because this was a prompt I did for another one. Pulled them all out, gave the output, what I need, the needs, wants, goals, aspirations, desires. Okay, so this is all of the important information that I would want off of this. And then what it did was it did this. Okay, and it says this. It gives me now within, this was probably less than 20 or 30 seconds. It gave me the comprehensive target reader analysis to starting a business genre. So if I'm looking for entrepreneurs, because they always talk in marketing about fishing in the right pond, right? But if you know what pond you're fishing in and what bait to use, it's got here. So their needs, the practical needs for this demographic of people that buy those books, it's an actionable framework. They're financially literate. They want step-by-step guidance, skill development, strategies, and so on. The emotional and psychological needs, let me blow that up just a bit so you can see that a little better, okay? Clarity and confidence. So you want to keep it brief, permission to take risk, freedom, and so on. And this was the thing that I loved, is the fact that I went to once. Like, what does that group of people primarily want? And it gave them to me in the most ideal ways based on all the books that have already been purchased on these topics. Online income generation, business blueprints. So they want business blueprints. They want flexible lifestyles. They want recognition and authority, which means they're looking for personal branding. They want to have influence, the community and belonging. Okay, so these things right here, to me, were basically the most. This was something that I really wanted to dial in on. Now, check this out. Okay, so I had the once. It gave me the goals. So what ChatGPT, and I'm going to just speed through this. It showed what their aspirations were, their deep desires, lifestyle desires, identity desires. It broke these down and gave me final insights. Okay, now watch this magic. Now, so then after that prompt came up, so I took the prompt from the Katie Spy, I put it in here. It gave me all the details of that. It basically created its own list of who's, what's, where's, why's. And now I wrote to it. I said, now I want, so this is me putting another prompt in a ChatGPT. Now I want you to be an expert copywriter and use all the information you just gathered to write an ebook based on this information. Use empathy, enthusiasm, and encouragement. The overall goal of this book is to have the reader actively research best options for online income generation. That was what I asked it to do based on all that. And then immediately after that, within minutes, it gave me an entire book. Okay, and then if I think if I click on that, let me see. Yeah, if I click on that, it gave me the whole book. Okay, so and this literally was in maybe 15 minutes that I got this done. So then I went and I bought another software program called Designer. Let me show you, blow that up for you. DESIGNRR. And this is fantastic. Designer has a couple things that I love about the book creation. It'll create it in any format, whether it's PDF, EPUB, Kindle, flipbooks, all that. And it also, if you wanted to just start from scratch, it's got a AI powered thing which is connected to ChatGPT. You can try that and go through it. But anyhow, I went to new ebook, clicked on it. I'd like to create an ebook. Format would be PDF. I wanted to start writing because I already had the book, so I clicked it, right? What it then did was it gave me my projects, and I just took and copied all this. I just basically copy and pasted this into how this book program started, dropped it in here, and it immediately made me my book. All I had to do was I created the book the book cover, Freedom Online. I did this on Canva. Just went into canva.com and did that. And then down here in the text, I just picked some more pictures from Canva, uploaded them in here, and I made this book. Now, what's cool about a PDF book like this as a giveaway is, I'll go down to where you can see this right here, is you can put hyperlinks in here. Now, the purpose for the hyperlink is simple as this, is my goal was to create a piece of content for a specific target market that I'm trying to get in front of with bait that made sense, Freedom Online, being an entrepreneur, that's listed on here. And then inside of this giveaway of this PDF, I've got the links that ultimately take them to where I really want them to go. So if I scroll down here, they click on it and I send them to a different page that asks them to opt in to get a video webinar blueprint. I know this is a kind of, you probably didn't know I had this kind of nerd in me, but I've been doing marketing for, probably going on about 18 years digitally and stuff like that. And I find this stuff fascinating. Then what I did was I asked ChatGPT to write me a book description, encouraging people to about what the book was about, and I put that in a Facebook post. So let me put down. So Freedom Online, your guide. Now what I did was I created a free download with no opt-in required. And the reason I did that is because I already have my links in here, and I am predominantly going to use this primarily as an ad, and I'm going to push it out there. And I didn't want any kind of barrier to entry. I wanted them to get good content, good answers, pique their interest in something, and build rapport first before there's any kind of opt-in. So a lot of people do it. I've done it both ways. This just seems to be a way I've tried a lot, and it seems to have more success because I'm giving something to them without them opting in, and they know they're going to get emails repetitively. And then what I did is I actually made a little video on here that when the video is played, you may or may not be able to hear that in the background. It was just kind of a mock-up video creator. It's even got insides of the book, so it looks like somebody's sitting there reading it. And I just created an ad for that. So all that being said is, if I go back over here to Firefox, what I did was I took Amazon bestsellers and niched down. So if I was directly in the Kindle store, I just went over here and I clicked on business and money. I clicked on business development and entrepreneurship. So I'm niching down, and I got to this page. I clicked on then the KD Spy software, right? Got the software, and it's this is actually pretty cheap, to be honest. And then most of these come with like 30, 90-day things. And then after it loaded all the top, I think on here is like top 20 or top 50. Usually it's top 20, which is really all you need from the data of those. Those are the ones you got. And then I clicked on Insights. I copied the prompt, or if you wanted to, you can actually just click Use Prompt, and it plugs right into ChatGPT, and it'll pop up directly for you. I then went over to ChatGPT, gave it the info, had it write me the book, plugged it in a Designer, which makes it easy because when I'm ready to publish, it gives me all these formats: pub, audiobooks, readers, and so on, flip books, and so like that kind of thing. So once I've done that, I'm closed out, I'm good to go. I then make my post, and now what I've got is on my post, videos, things like that, I can track some of the metrics, track some of the data to see where we're going. And by doing this, and I've done this a couple times now, what it's doing is it's allowing me to kind of build my own template. So if something comes out that I'm real excited about, or I need to market something real quick, I can plug and play as fast as I want. And the softwares are pretty cheap. Like Designer, I think you can get the basic version of Designer for like $27. KD Spy was right about that as well. So I'm not spending a lot of money to get these things done. But the back end, if somebody does buy some of the final stuff that I do market, then it gets, then it becomes really, really profitable. So anyhow, just was thinking about this, and I figured I'd show some people I know how to do all this stuff. And it's just the tip of the iceberg. I got all kinds of cool stuff. But if you ever have any questions or comments, or you want me to do a video on anything you might be curious about, I probably know how to do it. Because like I said, I've been doing this for going on about 18 years now, 15, 18 years at least. Doing internet marketing and stuff like that. And I just am fascinated by it, and who would have known. So thanks again for watching. Hopefully learn something. I'll see you on the other side.